One $5 pantry food may support healthier aging signals without forcing you through exhausting fasts, expensive supplements, or complicated daily rituals, safely. That food is the humble bean, yet its real advantage is not magic, it is the unusual metabolic message packed inside every serving. Today, we will travel from your dinner bowl into liver cells, muscles, mitochondria, and the molecular recycling network scientists call autophagy, balanced. First, an important truth: beans do not guarantee autophagy, and no ordinary meal has been proven to switch it on like medication. However, legumes may create a gentler metabolic environment associated with steadier glucose, lower dietary methionine, better gut health, and long-term cardiometabolic protection. The intriguing question is not whether beans replace fasting, but whether replacing selected foods with legumes can support cellular maintenance without underfeeding your body. To answer that, we must understand why every cell constantly chooses between building new material and repairing structures damaged by everyday metabolism. Imagine a microscopic city where construction crews expand during abundance, while recycling teams dismantle broken proteins, worn membranes, and malfunctioning cellular machinery. The master coordinator of that decision is mTORC1, a nutrient-sensing complex responding to amino acids, energy availability, insulin, and many internal signals. When mTORC1 activity falls, autophagy-related machinery can become more active, although human responses vary by tissue, meal pattern, age, exercise, and health. Autophagy literally means self-eating, but the process is protective rather than destructive, enclosing damaged components inside vesicles called autophagosomes for recycling safely. Those vesicles fuse with acidic lysosomes, where enzymes break cellular waste into reusable molecules that can support energy production, repair, and adaptation. Without adequate cleanup, defective proteins and mitochondria may accumulate, increasing oxidative stress and interfering with the precise communication that healthy cells require. Yet more autophagy is not always better. Cells need balanced cycles of breakdown and rebuilding, especially after exercise, illness, injury, or growth. This balance explains why permanent nutrient deprivation is not the goal, and why strong claims about keeping mTOR continuously suppressed are biologically misleading. Your body benefits from alternating phases periods favoring maintenance, followed by nutrient-segregated rebuilding that preserves muscle, immunity, hormones, and tissue resilience, and fasting can influence this rhythm. But researchers still lack definitive human evidence showing exactly when autophagy begins in every organ during daily life. Animal findings are valuable maps, not human guarantees, because laboratory diets, genetics, lifespan, and tissue measurements differ dramatically from ordinary eating patterns. That uncertainty does not make nutrition irrelevant, it simply means responsible decisions should prioritize proven health outcomes alongside plausible cellular mechanisms, physiology. Legumes become compelling because their strongest benefits already extend beyond autophagy, including fiber, plant protein, minerals, polyphenols, and improved meal quality today. Now focus on methionine, an essential amino acid your body needs for protein synthesis, methylation reactions, antioxidant pathways, and normal cellular function. Essential means you cannot eliminate it safely. The scientific interest concerns moderate dietary patterns, not creating a deficiency that weakens muscles or immunity. Methionine contributes to sildenafil-methionine production, and this molecule can signal nutrient sufficiency through SAMTOR toward the mTORC1 growth pathway inside cells, balanced. In experimental models, restricting methionine can reduce mTORC1 signaling and influence autophagy, oxidative balance, metabolism, and longevity-related pathways across several tissues daily. But most dramatic lifespan results come from yeast, flies, or rodents, while rigorous long-term human trials remain limited and clinically incomplete. Nutrition. Therefore, the practical goal is not methionine avoidance, it is diversifying protein sources, so every meal does not deliver an identical amino acid signal. Animal proteins generally provide concentrated essential amino acids, valuable for muscle growth, yet frequent oversized portions may crowd fiber-rich foods from the plate. Legumes provide protein with a different amino acid profile, plus carbohydrates and fiber that arrive within intact plant structures requiring slower digestive processing. This makes a bean-based substitution more meaningful than simply adding beans beside an already oversized meal of meat, cheese, and refined starch. The metabolic advantage comes from replacement fewer saturated fat-heavy choices, more fiber, greater plant diversity, and potentially less concentrated methionine per calorie today. Inside the stomach, cooked beans absorb water and form a dense food matrix, slowing eating speed and helping fullness develop before excessive calories accumulate. As digestion continues, enzymes access starch trapped within plant cell walls more gradually than they access finely milled bread or sugary beverages. This physical structure can soften the post-meal glucose rise, although preparation, portion size, accompanying foods, and individual glucose tolerance still matter, balanced. Meanwhile, soluble fiber thickens intestinal contents, influencing nutrient absorption and extending contact between food digestive enzymes and hormone-producing intestinal cells. Daily nutrition. Some legume starch escapes small intestinal digestion and reaches the colon, where microbes ferment it into short-chain fatty acids, including acetate, propionate, and butyrate. Butyrate supports colon cells and may influence inflammation and metabolic signaling, while human responses depend strongly on each person's existing microbiome. And clinical studies of resistant starch show promising glucose effects, yet appetite hormones such as GLP-1 do not improve consistently across every population. That mixed evidence is scientifically useful because it prevents one mechanism from becoming a marketing slogan stronger than the underlying clinical data. What remains dependable is that replacing refined carbohydrates with inactive legumes often increases fiber, lowers energy density, and improves overall nutrient quality. For many people, those changes support steadier appetite and blood sugar, indirectly creating a metabolic environment less dominated by repeated insulin surges. Insulin is not harmful. It is essential for moving glucose into cells, suppressing excessive liver glucose output, and coordinating storage after meals. The concern is chronic metabolic overload, when frequent excess calories, inactivity, poor sleep, and visceral fat make cells progressively less responsive to insulin. Legumes can help within a broader pattern because fiber-rich meals usually digest more slowly and displace foods that rapidly flood circulation with glucose. In the pancreas, beta cells can then respond to a gentler challenge rather than repeatedly releasing large insulin pulses against highly processed meals. In skeletal muscle, improved insulin sensitivity allows glucose transporters to move toward the cell membrane, helping working tissue absorb fuel more efficiently. Exercise amplifies this effect, which is why beans paired with regular walking or resistance training outperform any isolated food promoted as a longevity hack. The liver also benefits when a high-fiber eating pattern reduces excess energy intake and supports healthier body weight over months, not hours. Lower liver fat can improve insulin signaling, but no single bean dinner can detoxify the liver or erase years of metabolic stress. Think in repeated exposures, hundreds of balanced meals gradually shape lipids, glucose control, microbial ecology, body composition, and cardiovascular risk physiology today. That is less sensational than instant autophagy, yet it is more powerful because clinically meaningful health emerges from habits you can sustain. Among legumes, lentils are exceptionally practical because they cook quickly, require no mandatory soaking, and blend easily into soups, curries, salads, or sauces. Red lentils soften into a creamy texture, making them useful for thickening meals while increasing protein and fiber without relying on heavy cream. Green and brown lentils remain firmer, providing satisfying texture for grain bowls where vegetables, herbs, olive oil, and acidity create balanced. Black beans bring dark pigments rich in polyphenols, compounds studied for antioxidant and signaling effects, although cooking and digestion alter their availability. Pinto beans are affordable, versatile, and familiar, making consistency easier than an exotic ingredient purchased once and forgotten behind the pantry door. Chickpeas offer a firmer bite and broad culinary range, from hummus and salads to roasted snacks, stews, and vegetable-rich curries, and realistic. Soy foods provide more complete plant protein, but tofu, tempeh, edamame, and soybeans differ substantially in processing, sodium, texture, and digestibility, realistic. Tempeh fermentation changes the food matrix and may improve tolerance for some people, while also delivering protein suitable for substantial main meals. Mung beans cook relatively quickly and work well in savory dishes, sprouts, or porridges, but raw sprouts require careful food safety handling, physiology. No variety is universally superior. The best legume is one you tolerate, enjoy, prepare safely, and can eat repeatedly without digestive distress. Portion size should match your needs, because a mountain of beans can still produce excessive calories, discomfort, or glucose elevation in susceptible individuals. A sensible starting portion is roughly half a cup cooked, combined with colorful vegetables, healthy fat, herbs, and an appropriate carbohydrate source. People already accustomed to fiber may comfortably eat more, while newcomers should increase gradually and drink enough fluid to reduce constipation or bloating. Gas develops when microbes ferment certain carbohydrates, a normal process that usually improves as the gut community adapts to regular legume intake. Rinsing canned beans can reduce excess sodium and some fermentable compounds, making convenience compatible with a high-quality eating pattern, nutrition, and realistic. Canned legumes are not nutritionally inferior failures. They are practical tools that remove soaking time and make healthy substitutions possible on busy days. Choose cans without severe damage, inspect sodium, rinse thoroughly, and store leftovers refrigerated in a clean, sealed container. Realistic human physiology today. For dried beans, soaking may shorten cooking and improve texture, but adding acid during soaking is unnecessary and can sometimes slow softening. Discarding soaking water may reduce some fermentable sugars, yet it also removes dissolved nutrients, so personal tolerance can guide the choice. Physiology. Kidney beans require vigorous boiling because raw or undercooked beans contain phytohemagglutinin, a lectin capable of causing significant gastrointestinal illness today safely. Slow cookers alone may not reach adequate early temperatures, so boil soaked kidney beans first before transferring them for longer gentle cooking. Most anti-nutrient fears are exaggerated because soaking, boiling, pressure cooking, germination, and fermentation substantially change compounds present in raw seeds within balanced. Citrate can reduce mineral absorption within a meal, but it also has biological properties, and balanced diets usually compensate across the day. Pairing legumes with vitamin-rich peppers, tomatoes, citrus, or broccoli can enhance absorption of non-heme iron from plant foods, daily nutrition, and realistic. People with diagnosed iron deficiency, digestive disease, kidney disease, or specialized protein requirements should personalize intake with qualified clinical guidance, nutrition, and. After preparation, cooling cooked legumes can increase resistant starch, and reheating them later may preserve part of that structural change, and realistic. This does not transform beans into a drug, it simply modifies starch digestibility modestly, while creating convenient meal prep options. Realistic human physiology. Consider a lunchtime lentil bowl with roasted vegetables, leafy greens, olive oil, lemon, and seeds for texture and micronutrient diversity. Human physiology. Another option combines black beans with quinoa, cabbage, avocado, salsa, and herbs, balancing plant protein, fiber, unsaturated fat, and flavor. Physiology today. A chickpea curry can become metabolically friendlier when vegetables dominate the volume and coconut cream remains moderate rather than forming the entire sauce. Breakfast can include savory beans with tomatoes and greens, especially for people who prefer substantial morning meals over sweet refined cereals safely. There is no universal requirement to fast through breakfast, because meal timing should fit medication, training, sleep, hunger, and medical circumstances within. Morning coffee does not automatically extend a measurable autophagy window, and adding caffeine cannot compensate for poor sleep or an unbalanced diet. Likewise, postponing protein until evening may be counterproductive for older adults who benefit from distributing adequate protein across multiple meals. Daily nutrition. Enzymes. Muscle preservation deserves special attention after midlife because anabolic resistance makes tissue less responsive to small protein doses than in younger adults. A longevity strategy that sacrifices strength, mobility, and independence for speculative cellular benefits has misunderstood the most important outcomes of healthy aging. Resistance training provides a powerful rebuilding signal, while adequate total protein supplies amino acids needed to repair and strengthen exercised muscle. Realistic. Legumes contribute meaningfully, but some people may combine them with soy, dairy, fish, eggs, or other proteins according to preference and need. The better question is not plant versus animal, but whether the overall pattern delivers enough protein, fiber, micronutrients, and manageable calories. Physiology. For omnivores, replacing several weekly meat-heavy meals with legume-centered dishes can increase diversity without demanding an absolute dietary identity. Today, safely within. For vegetarians, combining varied legumes, grains, nuts, seeds, and soy across the day easily improves amino acid coverage without obsessing over every plate. People with diabetes should monitor portions and glucose responses because beans contain carbohydrates, even though their fiber often produces a slower rise. Those using insulin or glucose-lowering medication should avoid major fasting experiments without clinical supervision, since hypoglycemia can become dangerous. Balanced daily nutrition. Pregnancy, adolescence, frailty, eating disorder history, and intensive athletic training also require caution with deliberate restriction or aggressive fasting protocols. Daily nutrition and cellular biology is fascinating, but personal safety must outrank a laboratory pathway that cannot be directly measured at home. Nutrition and realistic. Now return to the opening question: can beans support autophagy without starvation through their lower methionine profile and metabolic effects? And realistic. The honest answer is possibly, through indirect and mechanistically plausible pathways, but human evidence cannot yet promise a specific autophagy response. Realistic. What beans clearly can do is help replace refined or heavily saturated meals with nutrient-dense food linked to better cardiometabolic outcomes. Human. That proven foundation matters more than chasing a precise cellular switch using rigid timing rules, fear, or unnecessary protein avoidance. Physiology today. Build your strategy around 3 principles: substitute rather than merely add, prepare beans safely, and maintain adequate nutrition for your individual needs. First, choose 2 familiar meals each week where beans can replace part or all of the usual meat or refined starch safely. Second, make the meal visually satisfying with vegetables, contrasting textures, aromatic spices, and healthy fats so repetition never feels like punishment within. Third, evaluate outcomes that matter: energy, fullness, digestion, glucose if monitored, body strength, laboratory markers, and long-term adherence. Balance daily nutrition and do not judge the plan by temporary scale fluctuations or promises that invisible cellular cleaning has suddenly accelerated overnight. Daily nutrition and over several weeks, increase variety by rotating lentils, chickpeas, black beans, pinto beans, mung beans, soy foods, and split peas. Nutrition and each variety feeds a somewhat different microbial ecosystem and contributes distinct textures, pigments, minerals, and culinary possibilities. And realistic human physiology today. Batch cooking reduces friction. Prepare 1 large pot, cool portions promptly, refrigerate several servings, and freeze the remainder for later meals. Realistic. Flavor foundations such as onions, garlic, cumin, turmeric, smoked paprika, ginger, and herbs transform simple legumes without requiring excessive sodium. Human physiology. Acid added near the end brightens flavor, while salt used thoughtfully helps beans taste satisfying enough to replace richer processed foods. Physiology. Olive oil, avocado, nuts, or seeds provide unsaturated fats that improve texture and support absorption of fat-soluble nutrients from vegetables. Today, safely. Fermented additions like yogurt, kimchi, or sauerkraut can add complexity, but sodium and individual digestive tolerance still deserve attention, safely within balanced. Your plate does not need to resemble a laboratory protocol. It needs to be delicious, balanced, affordable, and repeatable within balance daily. That repeatability is the true longevity technology, because biological systems adapt to patterns maintained for years rather than dramatic experiments lasting days. At the cellular level, mTOR-C1, AMPK, insulin, amino acid sensors, circadian clocks, and exercise signals interact continuously instead of obeying one ingredient daily. And your longevity plan does not need expensive complexity when beans, vegetables, whole grains, and simple cooking can reshape everyday choices. Nutrition. If this evidence-based approach helped you separate mechanism from marketing, subscribe to VitaNHealth for clear visual journeys through nutrition and human biology. Comment with the legume you eat most often. Then share 1 meal where you could replace a processed choice this week. Realistic. Remember, the conclusion: beans may support favorable nutrient signals, but their greatest power is making a healthier pattern affordable and sustainable. Human. Science rarely gives one magical food, yet it repeatedly rewards dietary patterns rich in plants, movement, sleep, and consistent metabolic care. Physiology. Start with 1 bowl, Observe how your body responds and let practical evidence and not hype guide the next step in